Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome back to the Paranormal Teens. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. Anywho, we are back with Paranormal Teens. Let's see where this is going. I took Reese outside and explored a bit. I went out to the back of the school to stretch my legs and wait for everything to get set up for later that night. It is already middle of the night, I believe. The grand sleepover. I wasn't alone out there either. There was the caretaker, and I tried to act nonchalant. Hey. Oh, hi Brett. He remembered my name. I couldn't work out if that was creepy and sulkerish or what. So you are an actor, right? What do you think, kid? The mystic of it was the type that crawled up your back and tried to make home there. So I reminded myself this was probably being filmed just to gauge my reaction later. Honestly, don't know. He looked smug before I knew where he was going. That told me nothing to help me out with making my verdict. When I got back inside, the production crew had moved out and the 7 of us plus Reese had moved in. We'll just sat in the corridor, it seems safe or quick exit. It's spooky ghost kids, great choice! Greg threw his 2 duffel bags to the floor. So, what did they give us to eat? Greg went through the plastic bag he'd been given for the cameraman, and Frank left us to fend for ourselves in the old abandoned schoolhouse. Frank and Bill McGinnis were probably living it up right now in a hotel, or maybe they were just in their RV. It was better than this fall. Hey, if this was a horror movie, who would get off first? Jose or Tina? Hopefully Tina. What? Because I'm black? No, because you are a pain in the ass. And I'm Mexican? Pretty much. So racist. We clearly don't watch enough horror movies. We were given food with which Greg was sorting through. Different sandwiches, bagels, things like that. Most people had no problem picking something. Except one of us. No, that can't be. They know that the monster lives off pudding. It's the only thing that makes you feel safe. I wrote it down about 5 times on my waiver. Then Mike made a note. We'll only sign this if I get pudding. Hey, just for one night. No, it's not. It will upset my whole system. How am I supposed to operate without pudding? The same way everyone else operates? No can do. The mic only operates the way the mic operates. Yeah, you could say that again. The mic was a few apples short of an apple tree, and he had crazy eyes. You think only that? Most other people were too distracted with eating to pay him any heed for. Here, boy. I gave Reese some of the dog food they packed for him. Reese probably got the best dinner out of all of us. I thought being on TV meant we were going to get pampered. So much for that idea. Tina was the first of us to stand up after dinner. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom and get ready for sleep. Yeah, good luck with that. I guess I will help make sure it's safe. I'm up for that. Anyone else in? Sissy, Zalia, and Jose were getting comfortable, so I guess it was up to me if I was going to go. Alright, so we stay or we go and actually investigate. You know what? As much as I don't like the fact that she's there, but I also don't really like other girls. I mean, there is no point in liking them, to be honest. I mean, why do I care? Is there relationships in this game? I don't even know. Anywho, we need to investigate. Come on. Investigate. Wait, did I save? I didn't save, right? No, I did save. Okay, investigate. I bet like no one can see that you 3 don't get attacked by creepy caretakers. Not that the rest of them knew just how creepy he was. Having not run into him strolling around and remembering things about you. We had to check the bathrooms for ethereal beings or non-ethereal rodents I knew I kept hearing in the walls. Greg went down each of the souls, flipping up the seats as he went. Nope, no ghosts. What about mice? Yeah, I'm deliberately not telling you about the mice in the toilet because I really want to be woken up by screaming girls at 3 AM. Tina dug her fingernails into Mike's arm.
Youch! At least I'm touching you, freak. Deal with it.
I guess we know what Tina's phobia is.
You're smart, Nancy Drew.
Every word laced with sarcasm. Nancy, what for now?
Nancy Drew, girl detective, goes around.
Girl, yeah, I get it. Witty. She was probably just going to say investigator, dude. But wait to play up your feminine side. Okay, now it's feeling stupid. Yeah, I knew that as well. That wasn't much of a save. I didn't know if I should feel flattered or annoyed that Tina nicknamed me so fast. She was calling Mike and Jose the alien boys and claiming that they were the same entity. So I guess I should have felt flattered that Tina would consider me worthy of teasing. Or maybe that's what I just told myself to get over how demeaning and humiliating it was.
I decided to spend my summer in the classroom.
Yeah, I did summer school last year. A bit of interesting information there.
Because you have a hockey puck instead of brain? Anyways, I'm getting changed. You guys and Miss Drew stay out here and keep guard.
Yeah, thanks. Good for a dance. And then she left. So, let's get out of here. The three of us guys stood awkwardly for a second before Mike spoke up. You're a behaviorist, aren't you? Mike started talking to Greg, which made me feel a bit weird standing there with no one to talk to. Story of my life. Greg was clearly shocked. You know what behaviorism is, right? You'll be amazed what the Mike knows. If it was anything like Mike's demonstration of the alien language, then I probably would be amazed. P.F. Skinner. Mike licked his lips. Mike had this thing where he had to be moving all the time, so if it wasn't his mouth, it was his fingers or his head. I kind of wondered whether he slept at all, but I guess I'd find that out pretty soon. It would be more comforting if he didn't, actually. You ever seen Zeitgeist? Nope. Okay, they were losing me here. So what do you think of John Lucky? The whole tabula rasa thing would be your view, right? Dumbfounded? That was the word for it. Absolutely dumbfounded. You're right. Not for me, if you think about clones, then genetics seems to be the bigger piece of the pie. For example, Superboy, he's the clone of Lex Luthor and Superman. He still had a choice, but the only choice was between which of the two he'd be more like. His destiny was kind of sealed before time, and therefore, no, how much of choice is it? Really? But if he was brought up by ninjas, then he would know any other life choice but that. Maybe. So you read comics, philosophy texts, and live off pudding. You really are an enigma. Hey, not frankly be a joke-turned psychiatrist? It was about time, cut in. Tell them Jock Diggly to get around, trying to say something cool. What? Why would I try to say something cool? That's this one. Whatever, let's go with it. Why don't you guys just get a room already? Yep, and we'll charge the girls tickets.
Ah, no. So I hear Mike and Greg are getting cozy?
Yeah, I didn't expect Tina to just sneak up on us like that. She was pretty freaky to be traveling around within the dark, honestly.
Come on, Nancy, I'm not that scary.
I beg to differ. Ditto! When he got back, Tina was in a good mood, back to her scary old self. She didn't change her clothes though. There was now a circle of salt around the sleeping bags. So much for an old-fashioned camping.
What the hell is this? Making a protective circle that we can sleep in.
With salt?
It protects us. From what? Tasteless fries?
If it makes Sissy more comfortable.
Whatever, I just want to go to sleep.
While Tina was right, it had been a long day. Sleep was hardly on the agenda.
Should we do a little more investigating before rocking out for the night? What for? This is an obvious hoax. They probably found the caretaker, I don't know, wherever they find homeless people or something.
You mean the street?
What else? You know what I mean.
Try Tina, most of the time, none of us know what you mean. Greg was pretty fearless, you had to admire him about it. So what do you think? A few laps around the school had to do it?
Well, press you one with all the equipment.
Of course, I was supposed to play Investigator, and they were all supposed to be my sidekicks. I forgot the real premise of the show for a moment there. No way am I doing laps around the school. I think she means scouting out the area, dude. Whoops. Okay, fine, but I'm not doing it alone. We'll all go. I've got a flashlight.
Hell no.
I'm with you.
So
am I.
I'll go. I think it's wiser to stay within the circle.
I thought it was wiser to stick with the group, but I suppose she could think whatever she wanted to. I think we should go. We should all go.
Okay.
All that was left was Jose. I wonder if he'd be easily swayed by Greg's charm. Or muscles. As but Sidon went to get eaten alive by this chocolate-colored Druja. He indicated Tina, who didn't look as though she just thought he'd come to enter her. And you'll stay here and rest.
He'll be safe inside the circle, just don't leave. What about you, Princess? You think you'll be safe? You think Greg will protect you?
There'll be nothing to protect her from. We were brought here to do a job and we're going to do it. Well said. For it was annoying that Tina might be right. Sissy had been willing to stay behind, and as soon as Greg said the word, "Woman, where should we go first?" Go outside. Check out the classrooms. There's probably something in the bathroom. Roam the hallways. I mean, it's probably still kind of not completely dark outside, so I would say we should go there. Well, it's still not completely bad vision over there. It's pretty breezy out here at night.
Oh look, I think I can see their in the distance. I wonder why they don't bring it closer.
Well, because they might think we'll make a run for it if we do. Beat staying in a haunted school for the night. Yeah, I don't think anything that spooky is going down here. It's always best to be prepared. Ruff! Reese was pulling on his lead. What have we got there, Reese? Hopefully good food. Or bones!
From the bodies the caretaker buried under here?
Yeah, the Mike knew that cow sank. Homies maniacs always give themselves away by giving the crazy eye. And the caretaker sucked at hiding his crazy eye. As if Mike should accuse other people of having a crazy eye. He was kind of an expert at it himself. Reese! Well, Reese was almost pulling my arm off.
It's okay, Reese.
It sounds like I was talking down to him. And now she's probably thought I was being fair to my dog. There was a shuffling from a bush out in front of us. Show yourself! And then a swish of a tail. A raccoon. It's just a raccoon, buddy, calm down. Maybe it was an evil raccoon.
Well, that was a whole pile of nothing. Let's move on.
Classrooms, something in the bathroom, roam the hallways. I feel like... Okay, let's just go one after the other.
I don't know why they just don't knock this place down.
Because there's ghosts here there. We're not supposed to make up our minds yet. I'm keeping an open mind, don't worry, I was just hypnotizing. If I'd been to enough ghost sites to be able to tell the real ones from the fake. And this place was pretty suspicious looking. Does anyone else think this is the last place they'd be spending their summer break? In the classroom, the mic does.
Yeah, guys.
So what was school like for you guys? Don't make me reminiscence. That bad, huh?
That bad, huh?
I don't know, I was exactly Mr. Popular. Like head joke guy here. I mean, I'm not.
Welcome to the club.
They're just jealous. You've got the paranormal mind, the mic's all about it. Well, at least he was trying to make me feel better. Not that I was trying to have a pity party.
I don't go to school.
What?
I'm homeschooled. For a while it interfered too much.
With what?
TV appearances, carnivals, ASP conventions, things like that.
Oh. Everyone was kind of quiet. It was easy to forget that Sissy hardly had a normal lifestyle. Did you at least like it?
The homeschooling? It was okay, I guess. The conventions were the worst for something about having that many psychics all around at once. It gave me headaches for weeks.
Then that sucks. Poor Sissy, I really felt for her. And not just because of the way she looked. Because all of the girls in this game look kind of bad. Actually, technically, Tina is pretty good looking. Compared, well, not really compared to others, but basically, she looks good. But Sissy and Zalia, But I made a mental note to attend ESP conventions with all my equipment in the future. But unfortunately, Tina has a very shitty personality. That sounded awesome. For me, not for her. Well, nothing here. Shall we move on? Well, yeah. Let's go to the bathroom. When searching the bathrooms, the caretaker hadn't been doing a good job taking care of these things. Nasty. Nothing of interest. Wait, Reese smells something. Yeah, don't all of us. You're right. It's probably nothing.
Let's get out of here.
Around the hallways. I felt like I was on a whole monitor day. Not that I've ever got the chance before. Not really my scene. I was too timid to tell people what to do, not bosses like Tina. I had those in primary school. I liked it actually. I think I had that in junior high as well at some point. But I don't know, I liked those. It's not like anyone would listen anyway, so you know. Anyway, I guess I don't really like people hating me all that much. Which made me wonder why I was doing a TV show and could be setting myself up to be a major target of online hate. Meh. This was where the caretaker said he saw stuff, right? Could have been anywhere, but ghosts are notorious for roaming hallways.
I bet they are.
Okay, snarky match. Zalia tend to get that way no matter what other people were hypnotizing. What's that supposed to mean?
Ghosts are notorious for trying to fool people into believing in them. Hey,
I'm supposed to be a skeptic here.
I'm not a skeptic, I'm a demonologist. Deceptive spirits.
Okay, that... No, your theories don't make sense.
Ghosts are deception.
Well, clearly you've never heard of the St. Alicia Hospital. Or the McLaren Mansion.
Will it make a difference? It all depends on what your view is when you approach such evidence. If you want badly enough to believe in ghosts, you will.
Ghosts are real. I've seen them. I'm sorry, Sissy.
I get it.
Oh, then in a way, should we go back? Should we? Only if we haven't checked out everything. Well, after all that, we found nothing. Hoax match? Maybe so, we get some rest and see how the rest of the night goes. Went back and got settled in. I actually drifted off once or twice until... Oh, come on, Reese, you serious? I should have known my dog would need a bathroom break. Okay, but let's get out of here. Went back outside to where Reese could do his business. It was pretty chilly outside and I kept thinking that I'd run into that caretaker again. He was more creepy to think about running in the middle of the night than ghost kids. Maybe Mike had been right all along about him. That was odd. My equipment was showing something. Is anyone there? Or maybe it was just my imagination. I was on my way back when I heard a scream. And the flashlight shone in my eyes.
Reese!
Chill out, everyone, just breathe.
Why didn't you take a flashlight, loser?
I've got one in my heart, remember? We almost thought you were a ghost, bro. Not yet. I laughed sheepishly. Way to not be everyone's favorite person the first night. Well, it was good to have a false alarm, right? Now everyone's ready if the unbodied to show up.
I was sleeping anyway.
Me neither. The mic never sleeps. Somehow I found that hard to believe. I was getting sleepy, but now, thanks to Brett, I'm wide awake. We may as well keep an eye and ear out for ghost kids then.
Why bother? It's obviously a hoax.
I want to sleep too, but if people want to stay awake, go for it, as they say. As who says? People, now let me sleep.
What about you, Sissy?
Can't sleep. That's too bad. For it's pretty exciting me here, I don't blame you. No. Okay then. Anybody for a game of cards? Greg was prepared. Most of us stayed up playing cards. Except for Jose and Tina, who ignored us and snorted. And with no spirits inviting themselves in to spoil our fun, I eventually fell asleep too. Using the sleeping grease as a pillow. Only Mike was still asleep by the time I woke up. Yeah, never sleeps, my ass. Mike murmured something like Nemesis in a sleep down, but I had no idea what he could have meant by that. But yeah, he was weird enough already. I checked on Reese as soon as I noticed he shifted from being my cos below. It was potentially concerning that Tina was up before me, but she didn't get revenge from last night. I don't think any of us slept all that well. I don't think any of us were supposed to. Perhaps the place wasn't haunted, and this first case was just test to warm us up for the other cases to come. I went to classroom where the camera was set up just as Sissy was leaving and waved her like an idiot. It wasn't like I was bad with girls or anything like that, but it was hard to be Mr. Smooth in this type of setting. At least that's what I was telling myself. We're here to do a job, not for me to throw a few lines in her direction. Oh good, Brett, you're up. I heard Reese was a bit of a disturbance last night. Nah, he was okay. Tina doesn't seem to think that. She's been complaining. Not at liberty to say, but between you and me, she's pretty determined to run the show herself. I'm not surprised, but we like a bit of drama. A bit too much drama for me. You get through it. It's verdict time, Brett. What do you have for me? Stepping in front of the camera, I rubbed the back of my neck and tried to come up with a verdict. It was pretty obvious it was hoax, wasn't it? Or was it? I fought back all of the hints given to me. The caretaker's story about the ghost keys, the spooky hallways, how long this pool hasn't been used, and the way Reese was behaving, the way the equipment was behaving. And then I came to the conclusion, it was hoax. It was all legit. I mean, there was something with the equipment, but he didn't really check, so... I mean, he either didn't check or he looked at it, but came with the conclusion that it was nothing, right? So basically, I'm gonna say, first of all, I saved already. Alright, it was a hoax, yes. Not many of us were buying it. Whether or not the guy really saw anything and was a credible witness, I don't know. But it is more likely that they were testing us to see if we could see how much hoax it was. Nice targets, but it was easy to do. I'd investigated enough ghost sightings before, and it was way more likely the caretaker was a serial killer than a ghost witnesser. Guess that might be true. So there's the verdict from Brett. This case was a complete hoax. We had to wait around for an hour after the last verdict was given for Frank to tell us who got the trophy, or which ones did. It was all scoring points in the end. Really? None of you thought the caretaker was telling you the truth?
Can you blame us?
The man knows he was Link. The guy is guilty. Guilty! Well, now none of you get the trophy. Congrats to all being disbelievers. And good luck to you at your next location. That might does me luck. Judging by the way the first case went, I think we all needed a bit of luck on our side. Case 2, the case of the UFO wax.
Pudding! Pudding!
Mike was bemoaning pudding over in the corner of the RV. What's up with him? Over 24 hours, no pudding, need pudding. He's burning up. But the girls had started talking about something else. Namely the location of our next shot, as Frank had just enlightened us on all the details.
Roswell, honestly, I guess so. At least the alien boys over there will have something to loosen up their bladders with excitement.
Everyone knows hanging out around Area 51 is never going to get you any close to extraterrestrial contact. It's like hanging a big sign you saying my life's goal is to be probed. Aliens don't take fun tactics. What is it with you and probing? It's icky.
They don't care if we find anything out there. They just want us to camp out and tell ghost stories until one of us, my Manis and Jose, wets themselves and gives them enough to speculate on to fill half an hour.
No pudding, no pudding, no pudding. For me. What will I eat? For depression comes when I have that something going. For the kind of pudding I'll complete anything. Mike was mopily reciting poetry to himself. I gave him a look and continued listening to the others.
Frank said that we're going to be having a weather balloon race.
Yeah, I know, it's a tribute to how the government officials have always said that any UFO sightings are only rogue weather balloons. With the idea indeed should be get the attention of anyone out in that area. I suppose they will be around to interview witnesses to see if they think that UFOs and weather balloons will collide. Mike pulled up his feet to play with his bare toes. I wish I could dip my feet in pudding right now. Ew. I was not going to be able to get that picture out of my head for a long time. Whoa, nice place. It took hours, but we finally arrived. We all convened in the foyer of the hotel we'd be staying in. The hotel was a showcase of Area 51 paraphernalia, unsurprisingly. It wasn't too in-depth. Most of what they had would have been printed off in the internet or found in a Mummon conference. I was even the UFO expert, and none of the stuff I had was new to me. Roswell was a strange place to be. The sensationalism was a boost all around us, especially at the memorabilia staked accommodation we were staying at. It all rested on something that happened in 1947 that captivated the interest of the nation. People are still highly invested in the mystery too. It sparked a trend that has continued to this day, and chances were that it was not going to settle down anytime soon. I had reason for my skepticism about aliens. I'd read accounts of how their appearance has changed over the generations, usually fitting to pop culture accounts of what ETs should appear like, according to movies and general opinion. If these accounts were fake, this is exactly what we would expect to find. For me, that was enough to cast doubt on the whole movement. We made it late, so tonight everyone is going to stay in this hotel. We're going to get some additional footage, do some editing, and we'll start the weather balloon task tomorrow afternoon. Faking a UFO? I understood the practical element of it, to see if it is easy to hoax some of the many UFO sightings around the area, but it's really not for anything more than a flashy display. Is this at least a haunted hotel? Maybe.
Yeah, that's a no. Do we at least get our own rooms?
You do. It was pretty generous of the company to split like that. Well, it would have been if Frank didn't continue talking. Everyone else will have paired rooms. Cece and Zalia, Mike and Jose would be together, and Brett and Greg. Tina smirked. I don't think anyone wanted to argue it. She would probably eat alive anyone that dared fire her for the single room. So what about Reese? The hotel has graciously allowed Reese to stay inside with you and Greg. But only for the one night. And if he does something indoors, you will be up for extra cleaning charges. Wait, me? The next task will be done in 2 groups. I'm telling you now so you have enough time to decide and work things out. Fight it out among yourselves. There will be cameras in your rooms, but not in the bathrooms. Just remember that when you're deciding what you want to wear to bed.
But I usually sleep naked. Okay, I just lost my appetite.
Anyone to swap roomies? Nah, I was pretty happy with Greg. That sounds weird. Greg clothed, that was. I was pretty happy with Greg clothed. We had to wait. Frank disappeared up the elevators with some of the crew who were evidently initiating Project Take Away Our Privacy.
Oh, you kids are doing the television show!
The hotel manager seemed excited by the new guests. Not that there probably weren't weirdos visiting here on a regular basis. Here we are. I'm the ufologist.
Really? That's helpful around here.
I know 10 times more about UFOs than you do. 10 times. Your experience could just be copied from another resource about UFOs, but there were many things you left out. The spectrum of the lights, the effect of them on the skin, it's all elementary stuff. Wait till the final blow. It seemed like being challenged as a UFO authority made Mike forget about his pudding addiction too.
Oh, trouble in paradise!
The bromance is over.
Too bad they won't find anyone else who will stand them. They're both nerds who are never going to get girlfriends. Or boyfriends. I guess I'd better get your autographs then. For $20, sir.
I'll sign my book.
You couldn't then leave that away.
But that was precisely what Jose was doing.
Would everybody stop talking, please?
We all turned around to face Sissy. She was so quiet, but when she spoke, she had the power to make everyone stare in disbelief. And then Frank came back down the stairs. Everyone can go upstairs now. Sissy, Zali, you're in 512. Tina, the adjoining room, 510. Brett, Greg, 516. Jose, Mike, 513. If anyone needs us for anything, you know where to find us. Hopefully Reese will be good. I was pretty lucky I got Greg at my roomie. Winter, free beds? It mentioned very little about Greg's brother. All we knew was that he was dead, and it had something to do with the paranormal. Or so Greg was trying to prove. I wonder how much headway he'd made on it. The investigator in me really wanted to know how his investigations were going. It was going to eat me, but it was probably really rude to ask. Maybe. Greg was pretty easygoing folk, he'd probably take it well. Talk to him about the brother, or don't pry. Save the game. Alright, I've got to admit that I'm a little curious. But is it a good idea? You know what? I'm gonna ask. No, I'm not gonna ask. Let's ask, whatever. Hey, not wishing room. Yeah, it's cool. I want to kinda ask something, investigator to investigator. Kinda ask me. Way to make myself look stupid. Well, I'll ask you. About my brother. How'd you guess? It's always about my brother. Whoa, that often, huh? No points for originality there. I can't blame people for being curious. Also, you don't expect someone like me to have had a brother who committed suicide. I guess I was expected to turn to a recluse or something. Everyone knows that you got into this to prove something about your brother. I guess I was just wondering how the investigation was going. It's going. Well, it's hit at that end. But I was hoping coming on the show would start something up again. So it was your hunch that he died from paranormal reasons. Alex, he wasn't like me. But he started acting really weird before it happened. Not just the normal secretive stuff. He was jumpy, afraid of his own shadow. I looked into other avenues. But then I found something of interest. He was going to go to a support group for people that had dealings with the supernatural. And so I just kind of knew something deeper was going on. That's what got me on this road. But it's hard to conclusively prove anything without him around anymore. Oh, I get it. Greg considered this for a second. Yeah, I knew you would. I guess you have it hard enough trying to prove things conclusively too. It's not easy when all you're doing is chasing ghosts, so to speak. But your parents accepted the ghost chasing? What can they do? It's not like I was ever going to join the hockey team or anything. Point taken. We had a better night's rest this time. Actually, let's allow them to have a better night's rest this time and end the episode. We'll continue this tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next episode of Paranormal Teens. Bye bye.